everybody, here we go. It's off to Earth and a real Earth Christmas. Woo!
Osmium, beryllium, put your seatbelts on.
Yeah, it's a solar system rule, you know.
You don't want to be stopped by the space police. Ha ha, just kidding.
You're so funny, Ictus. I love you.
Zero, I think you're great too. Well, of course, why not? We married each other, didn't we?
That's right. Ooh. And thank God we have isosceles to fulfill the triangle of solar love.
That's right, the blessed triangle of love.
Right. Got those cookies ready, isosceles?
They're coming.
I'm tired. I don't feel good.
Now.
Get the map out, will you? Whoa!
Whoa, look out, man! That's not the way! Asteroid!
I told you we should have brought a map. Now we're in trouble.
Don't worry. Just get going back towards, around this planet here, yeah.
Oh, that looks like Saturn, I think.
I know! More asteroids, man!
They're not asteroids. They're pieces of ice.
Oz, you're so smart in science class. I'm proud of you.
Me too, Oz. Good job.
When are we gonna get there? I'm tired.
Now.
Hey, look! It's Earth, everybody! We're almost there! Good job, Ictus!
We made it.
Ooh, look at how blue it looks. Must be lots of methane there. Yeah. Strap in, everybody.
We're going down.
We're here.
Hey, Oz!
We're getting a charge, Phil?
Hey, that's enough, buddy. You don't want to get too much, okay?
Yeah, easy.
Come on.
Gee, are you okay?
Okay?
Yeah.
Come on, let's trim the tree. Beryl, Curie,
Our first Christmas, kids.
Our first Christmas on planet Earth.
Get those ornaments. Oh, well, let's do the lights first.
30 years in space.
It took us 30 long years to get here. We might as well enjoy this Christmas.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, I can't wait to get out there when it gets a little bit colder. I'm so hot.
More like our home on Triton.
Yeah.
What was it? 2 degrees above Earth absolute zero, wasn't it?
That's right.
300 degrees below zero.
That's right, Oz. Oh, you did so well in your meteorology class.
That was comfortable.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I need another charge, man.
Don't touch her now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Methane, nitrogen.
Easy, son. Don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it,
Don't
buddy.
overdo it.
In a while, we'll have some methane slushies.
Are you okay? How would you like a slushie later? A nice, cool methane slushie. I'm starting to get hot.
That's gonna be great.
It's about 10 degrees below zero out, but it's still pretty hot as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
That Neon, she's out there right now.
Where do you suppose she is?
She went to get some stuff, man.
Zero, I'm beginning to worry about her.
Don't be worried.
Okay.
Ashley, good mother. Good mother. Triangulate, everybody.
Triangulate.
Come on,
yes. Triangulate. Oh, that's what Triton is really like.
Just like home on Triton. We want to have a real Earth time Christmas.
Okay, we will.
Except now, this Neon, she's been gone so long, I expected her back by now.
I'm sure she's fine. She can handle herself.
Well, it's her first time out on Earth, and I just am a little worried about her.
She met some friends.
Ooh, hey, how about if we just wrap this around Osmium, babe? Hey, Ictus, you working on those slushies, babe? I could do with some methane about now.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm
Anybody
really
ready
hot.
for some of those methane slushies? I can't take
It's
this
like
Christmas
home.
time heat. Yeah. Barrett, I can just see you like with your first chatty Cathy. It'll be so cool. Are you excited? And like all kinds of Barbie dolls. Ooh, yeah. And Oz, I can see you like with your first Davy Crockett hat, man. Can you dig it? Yeah. Yeah, why don't you get another charge of methane, baby? Yeah, those slushies are coming up, okay? I just wish Neon were here to share this with us. Taking forever, man?
We're getting thirsty.
Isosceles, you better go help them.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll help.
Oh yeah, this is cool. Really cool. Just like the ones on Triton, except ours weren't green, they were like purple.
Yeah. I understand the strange color.
Rainbow colors, yeah!
Well,
And like they had the spectra trees, man.
Who wants a purple methane slushy or orange?
Blue. Hey, they need so much more methane, you know what I
When
mean?
we were young on Triton, it
We
was
could get by with a quart of nitrogen, a quart of methane, a liter.
at the most.
Yeah, this
Are you
is
charged
wow.
now? Are you
okay,
charged?
guys?
All right,
Come
we're
on,
gonna get
babe.
ready. We're gonna get ready. Here we go.
I'm gonna plug them in now.
On the planet Earth.
First.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's Ooh, good job, bud.
Nice job. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, this will be at the door. Why don't you get it?
Yes? Hi. Yes?
Hello?
Tracer, Realty Superstars.
Oh, Commander Zero. This is this.
Hi, nice to meet
Tracer.
you.
Osmium.
These are our children.
How you doing?
Beryllium.
And Curium. Hello.
Fantastic.
Would you like some refreshments? I was just about to get some methane slushies. I will be right back.
Have a seat, Skip.
Come on in.
Come on in.
We always like to have visitors.
That's right.
Methane what?
Methane slushies.
Ooh, they're great. You'll
It's
love
great.
it. You'll
It's
love
the
it.
only thing we drink on the planet Triton.
Well,
Can we take your coat? There's a chili.
I want to make this one of the best Christmases your family has ever had. I'd like to write you a check for this house.
Hey, that's money here on Earth, man.
Let's work on some numbers. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. You can have a Merry Christmas.
Man, I don't know if we want to sell it. We just bought it, man.
This is our home on Earth.
Yeah, we just got here, man.
So you're not from the neighborhood, huh?
No, we're from Triton, man.
Triton. I'll tell you what.
You know,
I'll pay you twice what you paid for this.
Twice.
Nice.
Ooh,
Let's talk some numbers here. Let's talk some numbers. You want some real cash? You want some money?
tell you what, Skip, we got all kinds of stuff. Like we got, I'd say we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 7 containers of pure unadulterated platinum, man.
We brought it from Triton, and this is gonna last us now. What do you think we can get for that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm also with Investment Superstars. I forget. Here's my other card. Yeah.
Ooh, methane slushy.
And
Here, slushy.
you said you got this.
You sure you don't want one, Skip?
Come on, they're real good.
Not while I work. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, here we go.
Wait. Oh, Triton. Oh, Triton. Gosh, we miss you. Triton. Okay, you kids, why don't you go look at those catalogs and pick out some stuff?
All right.
Yeah, we got a lot of this stuff, man. We just gave one of these to the cat that had this building, and he took it.
But nobody else knows about
gave us the
your
building. source
of.
No, man,
we're new here.
And you don't have any other kind of investment advisor to help you kind of make some plans and.
No, man.
No, we don't.
Well, I'll tell you what.
There's like a lot of stuff we want.
We want a lot of stuff.
Yeah, don't we, guys?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Skip says he's going to look into it and see what we can get with our precious metals.
Like some Barbie dolls, too, man. For the girls.
Well, you can get people from Earth might just decide they like this. Methane slushies.
You sure you don't want to try one, man?
Let me.
Just take a taste,
Take a
babe.
little taste.
Watch it. It's methane.
Yeah, but it's okay. We've refined it so that you can actually drink it.
We haven't actually had an Earth person try it yet.
Good. It's different.
The basket with every cup.
A basket with every cup? Okay. Blue methane slushy.
The merchandising.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, and we could back it.
With this.
You need some kind of a broker.
Okay.
And I'd be happy to.
That's
yeah,
who could be our broker, Skip?
Yeah, I'm also the president of Broker Superstars. Yeah. Gentlemen, this will be bigger than the $43 million lottery.
Ooh.
Bigger? I've just done some quick back of the envelope kinds of calculations, and I think you guys will have everything you've ever wanted. Here, why don't you have a seat? Yeah, I've got an idea. Can I get a Porsche?
You can have a Porsche and I can have a Saab.
You could have the Saab.
Well, if we take your $43 million,
Yeah.
and we put some options on land,
Yeah.
we can get the equivalent of maybe $400 million worth of property.
Wow. If you want a bunk bed, we'll get you a bunk bed. If you want like little miniature fur coats, you got one. Not that we're ever that cold that we would ever wear one.
Isosceles will get her everything she's always wanted.
Everything for her dream kitchen so she can cook and bake
for us all day long.
every appliance known to man.
I'm starting to shake.
And we might even get her a car too. A nice car.
A good car.
A very good
car to go to the
car.
grocery store.
We could buy our own grocery store. I'm dreaming of a white Saab.
Zero, I'm so happy.
I used to know. Well, Mr. Tracer, you got a lot of work to do, pal.
Better get going.
Gotta get going.
I'm so happy you stopped by.
Thanks so much.
I'm glad I came in. I thought it was going to be a 2 flat, and now it's turning out to be a international.
We're going corporate.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're a partnership.
A partnership.
We've got product.
We've got ideas.
We've got baskets for the glasses. And our methane slushies. We'll rule the world.
It's a concept.
You better get going, Mr. Tracer.
Better get going.
I don't want to skip a thing. Get it?
Wait, your jacket.
Your jacket, Skip. Wait a minute. Kids, say goodbye to Mr. Tracer.
Bye, Mr. Tracer.
Bye, kids.
He's about ready to get you everything you want.
I'll be back. I'll be back in a little while.
We're gonna be happy.
And we pick up those.
Yeah. No, Nintendo.
Bye, Skip.
We have a Nintendo in every room. Bye, Skip.
Yeah.
Kids, let's say it again. I won! Yeah!
I want this cereal.
Yeah. Let's get that for Zero and Neon.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I want this mug.
Yeah.
I want this record. This record. Yeah. We listen to
And
this
that
tape.
sweatshirt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Hey, how about this sweatshirt, dude?
Oh yeah. We'll get both of these. Yeah, but that'd be too hot. So we better get the t-shirt. Yeah.
Oh, a Batman one. Yeah. Shirt. I think I need another shot of Matthew.
Okay, we'll look at the color. Yeah, this. Hey guys. Cheers. Bazball. What happened to the Christmas spirit? Don't you guys have
You're such a dork, Neon. Let's just get out of here. Okay.
Hey,
What are you doing nothing for Mr. Skip?
Mr.
Tracer.
Yeah, well, Mr. Skip Tracer, he's right outside. He needs these.
No, he left long time ago, Neon.
Yeah, I know. He's using his car phone in his car. He's calling up some people.
No
He
way,
said he needed
man.
things. Well, hey, do you want anything for Christmas? Do you want Christmas to happen?
Yeah, because we're getting all this stuff.
Well, then you better let me take these things to Mr. Tracer. Okay?
Get out of here, Neon.
Where's that stupid Neon getting off, like, taking all that stuff? And, like, you know, now we can't get our Christmas presents, you know? I'm bored. Yeah, let's watch some TV. I hope there's something good on because I'm really bored. Put some Christmas shows will be on. Yeah. What's this?
Merry Christmas, beryllium, Pyrium, and osmium.
Hey,
Welcome to Earth.
Well, thank you, but
I've been watching you. I'm all around. I'm everywhere. And I'm concerned part of Christmas.
Yeah, but we want a Christmas present.
Yeah.
But can you really play more than one Nintendo or drive more than one car at a time? What about the other gifts that you can give each other? The gift of caring, of love, and of friendship. Gifts that mean more when you give them to other people, when you share. Let's try to concentrate on that and not worry so much. Think about your sister Neon. And why were you so mean with her before?
Well, we kind of thought about our Christmas presents then. Yeah.
Neon is helping me to do my work. She is hearing my thoughts. She is trying to learn the true meaning of Christmas. I don't want you to worry about Neon.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm Nora.
So I got these two guys from Triton. They've got 43 million in platinum, and they want to buy land, and they want to buy it fast. Now, what can you give me in the LA market? Okay. Okay. Put me down for options on 18 of your best parcels. Right. Yeah, at $1 million each. That's fine. Okay, that's 18. Talk to you. I gotta run. I gotta get back to these guys in a few hours. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, Harvey. Harvey, listen. What can you get for me really quick in the New York market? I got these two guys from Triton. They want a franchise. They've got $43 million in platinum that they got from this place, Triton, and they're ready to move. What can you do for me? Okay. Well, I just put options on 18 pieces in LA. Why don't you give me about 12? Yeah, that'll make 30. Then I can split up the rest in the southeast and in Hawaii. I want to get a couple in Hawaii. Okay, I gotta go. Bye-bye.
I'm dreaming of 1,000 things for Christmas. You guys get excited?
Yeah, everything, you guys, you know.
Sure you do. It's Christmas, like everything. And
Zero. We
don't need everything.
well, of course you need everything, sweetheart. You've never had a Barbie doll.
And you've never had your own 10-speed bike?
Yeah.
Well, we don't really
We could
need
get
those.
you 18 skateboards if you wanted.
A Nintendo game in every room with a
We don't
TV.
need everything.
Speaking of everything, the platinum is gone. Maybe it's up.
What did you guys do with that platinum?
See, Nora told Neon to take it to Mr. Tracer. You know? Nora. Yeah.
Neon.
Hello, family. Are you enjoying our Christmas?
Hi, Neon.
It could be better, Neon. Maybe you can tell us.
Something you want to tell us, Neon?
Merry Christmas?
Oh wait, come down here, child. There was 7 containers of platinum here.
Yeah, I know.
7 containers of precious platinum.
Yeah, I see them.
$43 million.
That can make a lot of methane slushies.
Well, it made a lot of people happy.
Ooh, a lot of people happy.
It
What
made
do you
a lot
mean?
of people
It made a lot of people happy.
It's been the merriest Christmas for a lot of people in this city.
But we're not a lot of people. We're not a lot of people. There's just how many of us are here.
Yeah, but we're already happy, so what do we need it for?
But no, you don't understand. We don't have leather jackets for every day of the year.
I don't have a Porsche.
We don't need
You don't have a fur coat.
We don't have a Nintendo
I
game.
wear a fur coat. We don't need those things.
Wait a minute.
Of course we do.
This is a Casio, not a Rolex, baby.
It tells us time, same thing a Rolex does.
Our precious platinum.
There was no homes,
No food.
blankets.
No,
We don't care about that. We got no Saab, no Porsche, that was money to get us everything.
You guys, this is Christmas.
Don't you understand? We're leveraged.
I understand everything.
That money's spent. It's spent to make these across the world.
Baskets. Methane slushies. That's where our money's gonna go. We're gonna get you everything, right?
We
I have everything I could ever possibly want.
We don't want
We want.
everything that we want.
You guys,
want?
It's Christmas.
We thought we were going to get everything.
This, our Christmas is
We have
ruined.
everything.
What are we going to tell Mr. Tracer?
Well, we're going to have to talk
I
about
don't know what we're going to... Ictus.
What are we going to do, Zero? $40 million given away.
Gone.
For what? For a Porsche? For our Rolexes?
No, for a leather coat every day of the week.
For nobody. She just gave it up.
Poor people, man.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but these Christmas cards aren't helping me, man. I mean,
Christmas?
this doesn't buy anything.
What are we gonna tell
I don't want
Skip?
a Christmas card. What are we going to tell Skip? Hey, come in.
Oh, here, just throw the cards away.
Gentlemen, I am pumped.
No.
I have to report to you, all I need are your signatures on these papers. I've incorporated into Methane Slushies Distributors, Inc., Superstars. We have parcels of land, we have options in the LA market, in the Tri-City, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut market. We're going to get into Hawaii. I feel like praying for joy too, but I mean, you know, we got to get going. So if I can have your signatures, we'll be all set. And then I'll collect that platinum, take it down to the bank. This will be the collateral, and we can get going.
It's gone, Skip. The platinum's gone. It's all gone. Zero.
You're all
Skip, man. It's gone. Our daughter Neon took it. She gave it to the Salvation Army. She gave it to United Way. She gave it to Catholic Charities.
Did she give it to us?
She didn't give it to us, Jewish United Fund. She gave it to every charity that's listed, man. $43 million in platinum dispersed.
Gone.
History.
Skip.
I'm ruined.
Skip.
I'm ruined.
You're ruined.
I'm nailed. I've got commitments to these guys all over the country.
What are we gonna do?
Here, man, have a Christmas card.
Because it's over.
Because it's all we got.
Ictus, Zero.
What?
It's Nora speaking to you.
Hey, who's the TV anchor woman?
Rid yourself of your heavy heart. Your daughter Neon has done good work for all of humankind. The money, the platinum that she gave away, will give home to the homeless, food to the hungry.
Wait, yes, I have commitments for $43 million, for $400 million worth of mortgages.
Skip, I thought you were the head of International Import-Export Superstars. Surely you have some contacts there.
You know, I think she might be right. I can make some quick calls. In Tokyo, it's, well, I think I still might be able to get some guys in Tokyo on the line and see if they're interested in this stuff.
I love
You know, yeah, you know how hot they are in American real estate anyway. If we've got the options on these properties, the baskets, they'll love the baskets.
Methane slushies.
This might be bigger than Gary Berghoff's ice cream franchises.
Yeah, and maybe we don't need everything.
Maybe a chain of methane slushies is enough.
I think so. Hey, these Christmas cards are starting to make me feel pretty good. Hey, look at how happy these people are, man.
Yeah, look at Marconium.
Yeah.
Tritium.
Uranium.
I gotta get moving, guys.
Hey,
I don't know about this.
Skip.
Thanks for
I
stopping
gotta make
by.
some calls.
See what you can do.
I'll see what I can do.
Wait a minute, Skip. We want you to have this. It's all the way from Triton, man. It's a Triton. It's a Triton gas lamp. You know, you put a candle in there, man, and you burn it on Christmas Eve.
It's beautiful.
We want you to have it.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Skip.
This is, it'll take fast work, but I'll do my best.
Thanks.
Neon,
We owe you an apology, you know?
Pass out those round magnets.
We're so sorry, honey. You did what was right with the money.
You did the right thing. We realize that now, Neon.
We're sorry we want all that stuff.
You did so right. We're gonna take all the proceeds from the methane slushy groups that we're starting, the franchises.
That Skip is helping us out with.
Yeah, and you're gonna be the head of our methane slushy foundation.
It'll be for charity, and you can run the show.
Any profits we make are yours to distribute.
Well,
We
you
know you
earned
can.
it. This is turning out to be a great Christmas after all, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, somebody's at the door.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm just
Well,
your
hi.
neighbor from upstairs. I brought you some Christmas cookies. Want to welcome you to the neighborhood. It's really a great neighborhood, even if the TV reception's a little iffy.
Oh, you have problems with that too, huh? Well, thank you, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, she was nice.
Oh, a nice lady from upstairs.
Great cookies too. Here. Yeah, where's your isosceles? Everybody got your
down here.
isosceles.
Okay, do you have your magnets?
Everybody got your magnet?
Yeah,
There you
I'll
are.
put these down.
Okay.
Hey, look what the neighbor gave us from upstairs.
Okay, everybody got your magnets?
Get ready for our Christmas.
Magnetize! We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Triangulate! Oh! Merry Christmas, everybody! I love everybody! Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a gift. Let every heart prepare in room. And heaven nature see, and heaven nature see, and heaven nature see. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their souls employ. What gifts and loves, what skills and grace. Repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy.
The art of people giving and realizing that there are others that need more attention. The little children.
I especially like about Christmas, Christmas Eve, when our family all gets together and we forget about the stresses and trials that we've gone through in the past couple of weeks and begin to really enjoy the holiday.
The best thing I like about Christmas is getting all the family back together, spending the holidays with your family.
Well, everyone gets in a better mood than they are during the course of a year. And I think that they're more outgoing and, well, they're more Christian. Let's put it that way.
I like thinking of my family members and picking out something for them that I think they'll like. And I just enjoy the whole spirit of Christmas, especially if there are some snowflakes falling.
I suppose it's the traditional headaches of the shopping, endless crowds, and the confusion of trying to decide what you want to buy for people, a special gift that you want to acquire, or something you want to make sure that they're happy with.
Well, I don't let myself get upset about the hoopla of all the commercialization and everything. I think that's kind of a personal thing, and I think it's just important that everybody, you know, work it out for themselves.
Merry Christmas to all my family, friends. Jack and Karen, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I'd like to wish all my friends at Wheaton College Merry Christmas.
The only thing I would like to do is wish everybody that at this time of year they have a very special time and a very enjoyable time.
Next, here on the Channel 5 News, more than 100,000 Soviets march on the Kremlin demanding reforms.
A nationwide manhunt is on for the suspect in a brutal murder of an elderly Waukegan woman.
Will Cook County Sheriff's Police be there when you need them? We'll have a Unit 5 investigative report.
And we will tell you how TV in the year 2000 will be more fun.
Those stories and much more, plus Jim Tillman's work week forecast next here on the Channel 5 News at 10.
Magic is back.
What magic?
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon 2.
Now we're cooking.
On video cassette.
And man, the magic is lethal.
Lethal Weapon 2 for sale at stores everywhere.
I want a 10-minute breakfast, so I'm bringing a clock to time it.
You don't need a clock. The waitress has a stopwatch.
If her watch is stopped, how will I know when 10 minutes are up?
Because if breakfast takes longer than 10 minutes, it's free.
I get a broken watch for free.
I'm talking about breakfast.
And you've rambled on long enough. It's time to go eat at Lenny's.
Denny's.
Denny's.
Now you can have your breakfast or lunch served in 10 minutes, or it's free. Only at Denny's.
I've made up my mind. I'm gonna do it. Why shouldn't I? I'm the one who has to look at myself in the mirror every morning. So before I lose another hair, I'm going to the doctor. I know doctors have treatment programs that are proven to work. More guys are trying them every day. I'm not bad now, but I wouldn't mind looking better.
Your doctor can really do something about hair loss. So see your doctor or call this toll-free number.
What's Denzel Washington's heart?
The only person that can see me is you.
Doing in Bob Hoskins' body?
You gotta help me find who killed me!
Every partnership has its problems. Heart condition.
Well, give me 5.
Rated R. See it now at theaters everywhere.
A true story of two men with one dream. Murder in Mississippi, Monday at 8.
Live from the NBC Tower, this is Channel 5 News with Art Norman and Mary Murnane, Jim Tillman with weather, and Tom Scher with sports. The Channel 5 News at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. An amazing scene in Moscow today, a scene that rivals last fall's demonstrations in East Germany. 100,000 Soviets marched on the Kremlin and put their nation's Communist Party on notice, and police did nothing to stop them. The protesters were Russians on their way to the Kremlin to demand radical political reform. They carried flags of pre-revolutionary Russia and signs urging an end to the Communist Party's monopoly on power. The target of this protest is tomorrow's full meeting of the Communist Party's Central Committee. One Central Committee member is reformer Boris Yeltsin.
This plenum, I think, is the last chance of the party.
The demonstration that filled Red Square had both official permission and encouragement. It had been advertised on the radio, and police merely observed. The people here say they are not against Mikhail Gorbachev. They just want a party that is more democratic and permits competition. And the massive outpouring is described as the biggest in Moscow since the 1917 Communist Revolution.
New obstacles tonight in the release of South African nationalist leader Nelson Mandela, who is demanding the complete lifting of the state of emergency before he leaves prison. Mandela's wife, Winnie, spent 4 hours meeting with him in prison 2 days after the government lifted many of the restrictions, but she says that is not enough.
As far as the family is concerned, we are back to where we have to pressure for his release once more.
President de Klerk has lifted some of the emergency restrictions. And here at home, a nationwide manhunt is underway tonight for a man charged with this weekend's brutal murder of an elderly Waukegan woman. Channel 5's Rick Salinger has that story.
The murder took place in this apartment building at 1405 North Avenue in Waukegan. 82-year-old Dorothy Theobald was beaten to death with a claw hammer and stabbed with a steak knife. She lived in apartment 207 with her helper, 32-year-old John Paul Petty. The apartment door has been sealed by the coroner's office, but Tony Franklin says neighbors heard loud noises coming from there Friday night.
Yes, they had checked on it. They told the managers, Mr. Harvey Stonelake went up there and knocked on the door, and John said through the door that everything was okay.
But yesterday morning, other neighbors noticed the paper hadn't been taken in. Elizabeth Temisto entered the apartment with the building manager. They discovered Mrs. Theobald's body on the living room floor. 2 weapons were nearby.
There was the little hammer beside the body in the living room. What then was too much bloody. Looks like nobody then used that really. Just like it's put it in there. But then in the bedroom floor, there was the knife about 10 inches long.
Investigators quickly determined that 2 important things were missing: Mrs. Theobald's car and her live-in helper, 32-year-old John Petty. Petty worked at a nearby blood bank. This woman who knew him asked that we not show her face.
The manner was nice. He was very nice to all of us. He was nice to all of us. We'd meet him in the elevator or in the laundry room.
She says Mrs. Theobald gave Petty a room in return for his help, but now she is dead. And those in this building and the police are wondering why. In Waukegan, Rick Salinger, Channel 5 News.
Authorities in California and New Jersey, where Petty has relatives, are tonight under special alert.
Tonight, some Cook County residents may not be getting the police protection they need because of manpower shortages in the Cook County Sheriff's Office. Art and our Unit 5 investigative team, along with the Better Government Association, report on the Cook County cop-out. Art?
Mary, the number of calls for help to the Cook County Sheriff's Police Department is up significantly, but not so for the number of police officers patrolling the neighborhoods. Our investigation found routine shortages that left some areas virtually unprotected.
Jones 34, Casserella 5 and 7.
These are the faces of the front line of defense for the Cook County Sheriff's Office. Every day, 24 hours a day, one of these men is supposed to be out patrolling the streets in the unincorporated areas of Cook County. But what happens when one of them isn't there?
I was not safe. Was not safe. None of us were. None of us are in an unincorporated area.
Wilma Steffel lived just outside of Alsip, in an area under the protection of the Cook County Sheriff. She called for help one night during a family fight.
I waited for them to come. When I called the police department, they told me the police was on their way out here for another case.
Sonia Bland called for help after her 6-year-old daughter was assaulted.
It was an hour, then I called the lady again, and she told me that he was on another call.
Karen Butler called for help after her apartment was burglarized. In each case, the story is the same. Long delays waiting for the Cook County Sheriff's Police. That office is responsible for police protection in unincorporated Cook County. The area is broken up into beats, 21 beats, and 1 officer is assigned to each. According to this police memorandum, a minimum number of 19 patrol officers should be available to keep all the areas safe. But according to these internal manpower reports obtained by Unit 5, 29% of the time, the police department failed to meet its own guidelines. On April 7th, the Sheriff's Police Department was down 5 men. Beats had to be doubled up. That means 1 police officer for 2 areas.
And I guess they had a big spill.
Marty Mass called for help when a gas line ruptured at this Amoco station. Because of the shortage of manpower, no patrol officer was in the area. He was literally miles away handling a traffic violation. An officer from another beat was sent to help.
Of course, we called fire department right away. They were very, very quick. And they blocked off Plainfield from Brainerd to Willow Springs Road. And the last one to arrive was Cook County Sheriff.
It gets worse. Now this beat was left uncovered, and just hours later there was a call for help. Again, police scrambled. Officer Daniel Teleja was already having to cover 2 beats south. He was sent to answer the call. While he was away, his beats were left uncovered. Scenes like this happen on a daily basis.
These internal reports detail nearly 2 years of manpower shortages. January 8th, down 4 men. February 2nd, down 7 men. May 28th, down 6 men. July 2nd, down 6 men. August 28th, down 7 men. September 10th, down 5 men. And on October 29th, the worst day yet, Sheriff's Police were down 11 men, leaving only 10 officers to do the job. Beats were doubled up. Special units called in. Still, Sheriff's Police couldn't handle all the calls. Twice, suburban police had to be called for help. Earl Johnson is the chief of police for the Cook County Sheriff's Office.
If that occurred, the watch commander has a responsibility to call his immediate superior to ask us to cancel days off and bring men in. Now, I have never received a notification since I've been there from any watch commander that he needed this.
And Unit 5 has learned that just a few days ago, police were down again, 8 men.
Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we will have the latest reaction to our Unit 5 investigation. And then at 10 o'clock, a look at where Cook County Sheriff's Police are, and more importantly, where they are not.
Still to come on the Channel 5 News, more mudslinging in the Cook County board race.
There's a new offensive in the battle to keep Quigley South open. We'll have the latest.
And how games in the year 2000 may all be played on TV.
The Channel 5 News is being sponsored in part by Lexus Automobiles, the result of a relentless pursuit of perfection.
To perfect the new Lexus ES250, our engineers had to spend many long days on the test track. But with standard amenities such as fine-grained wood and a 6-speaker high-output audio system, at least they had excellent working conditions. Presenting the Lexus ES250, the luxury sedan of sports sedans.
Now through February 4th, Auchan has Huggies Super Trim diapers, 28 to 60 count, for only $7.99. Limit 1. No kidding. Auchan. Price without sacrifice.
You have to see my kitchen. It's gorgeous.
When something's not working, find help fast. Illinois Bell's Ameritech Pages Plus, published by Donnelly Directory. Shop here and shop fixed.
Well, the 49ers won.
Yay!
Darn. So McDonald's everywhere, even in Homer, Alaska, will honor the winners with the $1.09 McDLT.
Hip, hip, hooray!
Break out the Diet Coke. But should Bronco fans lose just because their team did?
Yes!
Of course not. So they'll still get their 99-cent quarter pounder with cheese, even though they didn't win.
Well, we played our little hearts out.
A $1.09 McDLT and a 99-cent quarter pounder for a limited time.
We're gonna watch the Super Bowl every week.
Blue skies, carefree, red boat, tranquility. Oh, there's something special in the air. Blue skies, white sand, no troubles, life is grand.
American Airlines with flyaway vacation packages to all these sunny destinations.
Silver bird, take me where there's something special in the air.
Each side says political dirty tricks are behind a squabble over the sale of a public piece of property, a public alley, to a private citizen in Lincoln Park. Alderman Edwin Eisendrath okayed the sale and the closing off of the alley. Today, neighbors signed petitions protesting it, saying Eisendrath did it without warning.
Everyone thinks he's a nice, clean young man, and he's acting like a old politician already.
But Eisendrath says closing off the alley was necessary to stop vandals, and Eisendrath suggested that supporters of his opponent for Congress, Sidney Yates, are behind this flap.
To have the whole issue be an alley fight, if you will, I think that's a disgrace.
A spokesperson for Congressman Yates denied any involvement in that squabble.
The 2-week-old effort to save Quigley South Seminary High School moved back to Holy Name Cathedral today. About a dozen students and parents were handing out informational leaflets to parishioners coming to Mass. Today marks the annual collection in Roman Catholic churches for archdiocesan preparatory seminaries, and the Quigley South family was urging a boycott of that collection. Stanley Cusper is describing the Democratic primary race for county board president as having gone into the gutter. Cusper, who is running for the office as an independent Democrat, says attacks by his opponents, Richard Phelan and State Senator Ted Lekowitz, are making for a campaign that voters don't deserve.
We're going into back alley gossip. We're reaching out to talk to people about my recent divorce. We're hearing all sorts and kinds of stories and rumors about what's about to come.
Mr. Cusper, we're going to talk about your performance in office. We're going to talk about the kind of office you ran. We're going to tell the taxpayers of this county that that's the same old political surcharge they've been paying for years.
Cusper says he expects those attacks to continue.
Still ahead right here on the Channel 5 News, will we be in store for a fabulous February? Jim Tillman will be along.
And a little bit later on, the Blackhawks hit a cold front in Winnipeg.
Calvin Klein, Eternity for Men. Premiering now at Marshall Fields.
When my dad died, it was a shock going through all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure he knew where everything was, but to me, it was complete chaos. At least for all our insurance, he dealt with one agent who took care of everything.
Country companies. It's nice to know when it matters most, the country is behind you.
I guess we're all gonna die sometime. My dad just didn't think it would be so soon.
I think I'd buy myself a deserted island. Get away from this city, you know. All the noise, pollution, congestion. Just lay out on the sand and eat berries and drink coconut milk and live in a little grass hut, you know. Well, not a little one, you know, pretty good size one, you know. A nice two-level, like a duplex. You know, nice widescreen TV, central air conditioning, you know, all the comforts of the hut.
Dominic's is making a saving splash with Buffalo Don's artesian drinking water, distilled water too, just 59 cents a 136-ounce bottle. Fight dirt with Dynamo liquid detergent. Get a 128-ounce bottle for just $5.99 from Dominic's. And save on Dominic's own USDA Grade A fresh whole frying chickens, just 39 cents a pound. Dominic's, no one knows how to make a saving splash like we do.
They were three people in search of a dream.
All of you should be scared.
A dream that would prove deadly.
Trying to get us out of here alive.
Before Mississippi burning, there was a murder in Mississippi, Monday.
This winter is really not too bad, is it?
I got to tell you, I mean, every day I just keep saying, well, here's another one. It's hard to complain about what's going on around here. Sunny skies, warmer temperatures, February, do they all go together? Well, they do for us for right now. Let's look at it now. 41 degrees, the high temperature today. 10 degrees above the normal high of 31. 28 degrees the low, well above the normal low of 15. High thin clouds right now. Visibility 10 miles at O'Hare. The temperature 29 to 34. The wind's a little brisk out of the south at 20. No humidifier. Look at that humidity. 90% at this moment. Let the humidifier rest again. All the clouds off to the east. A heavy activity in the form of rain or off the Atlantic coast. A new storm brewing out in the Rockies. It could move through here for a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a serious threat to us. Sunny skies early tomorrow morning, 25 to 30 degrees. That's our low temperature all night long. Southwest winds at 10 will be picking up throughout the day. And now the sun rises before 7 o'clock, and after 5 o'clock in the evening we get the sunset. The days are getting longer. Now there's that front I talked about a minute ago. It's associated with the weather we saw out in the Rockies. A little light snow and heavier snow in portions of New Mexico, and the rest of the activity well up to the north. We may get a little something as it comes through around Tuesday. Right now it looks real good. Sunny skies, a little bit breezy tomorrow, but a warmer day than today was. Can you believe that? 45 to 50 degrees. The wind's brisk, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Let's look at the next 5 days. We'll jump around just a little bit. 47 tomorrow, 42 on Tuesday only because of clouds and little rainfall, and then 47 again on Wednesday. We're getting awful close to that 50-degree mark. A little rain looking at us on Thursday and Friday, cooling off a bit. In the meantime, sunny skies tomorrow morning, upper 20s, sunshine for tomorrow afternoon, low 40s. Let's call it mid to upper 40s now. Evening, few clouds, and near 30 degrees. Another super day in Chicagoland. Let's take the day off.
Thanks, Jim.
Cook County Clerk Stanley Cusper's bid to be president of the county board is causing many to examine his record, especially his handling of no-bid contracts. Channel 5 political editor Dick Kay is here with the exclusive details in that and tonight's commentary. Dick?
Art, Stanley Cusper says he would be the best county board president for beleaguered taxpayers as county board president. As county clerk, Cusper recently has given $1 million in no-bid printing contracts to a company which employs a former Cusper aide once convicted as a Board of Tax Appeals scheme to cheat the county out of $12 million in property taxes. In 1981, while working as Cusper's Director of Elections, Bartley Burns was convicted and jailed for finding property owners willing to pay bribes for property assessment cuts. Burns allegedly got $50,000 in bribes to help arrange $1.4 million in illegal assessment cuts. Burns now works for Northwestern Printing. Well, since October of '88, Cusper's office has given that firm more than $1.1 million in no-bid printing contracts for election materials. Now, the State Purchasing Act requires competitive bidding for all contracts over $5,000, but Cusper used the exception which allows him to bypass bidding if there is no time. Burns said he had nothing to do with the contracts. That's left to his boss. He lays out ballots for printing. And Northwestern Printing gets the no-bid jobs, he said, because it has the expertise. I do a hell of a job for the county, Burns said. Well, to be fair, I called the Chicago Board of Elections to see if they issue printing contracts without bids. And they said, in a word, never. And no one there is running for county board president. I'm Dick Kay.
To demonstrate the new Kick the Habit gradual smoking withdrawal system, we're comparing nicotine to the grasp of a beast. But with a Kick the Habit level 1 filter, your nicotine intake is reduced. You'll feel more like this. In a week, switch to level 2. The grasp of nicotine is reduced even more. Week 3, level 3. Now you're ready to quit. And the monkey's off your back. Kick the Habit, the gradual smoking withdrawal system.
Those April showers. Dinner with Amanda. You remember that? Conference in Colorado? Ah, yes. You used to hate April. Taxes, sorting through receipts. But as a Gold Card member, you get this year-end summary of charges. Itemized, civilized, far less taxing.
Whenever April showers come along.
The American Express. Gold Card.
The Hyundai Excel has been the best-selling imported car for 3 years running. How can you beat that? Introducing the all-new 1990 Hyundai Excel. It has 20% more horsepower, more room inside, and a more aerodynamic outside. The all-new Excel. We're sorry to see the old one go, but there's only so much room at the top. Hyundai, we're making more sense than ever.
Limited time cash rebates will save you hundreds on all new Excel. See your dealer for details.
You don't think about electricity when the lights work, or when the coffee perks, or when the refrigerator stays cold. The reason you can take electricity for granted is because Commonwealth Edison doesn't. But on a cold November evening in Chicago, Mr. Clarence Williams didn't either. And that made it a real warm place to be. Commonwealth Edison, we're there when you need us.
Look, I want you to shadow a girl for me.
If Kirk Douglas made that call today using a cordless phone, anyone could listen into his conversation with a scanner radio.
What?
What should you know about the cordless controversy? Rich Samuels reports. Dial P for privacy.
When?
Tuesday on Channel 5 News at 10.
I've finally gotten the idea.
And time now for sports. Here's Tom Scherer. What's the latest?
All right, lots happening tonight, Art. The Blackhawks were blown around the ice by the Winnipeg Jets, who beat them in Game 2 of their road trip, Hawks' worst game in a long time. They were down 1-0 after the first period. They finally got something from Jeremy Roenick. He does it there. Finally got the goal. Who else would get it but Roenick? He's been terrific all year. His 17th of the year, tied at 1-1. But then the Jets turned it on, scoring 4 goals in the second period, catching the Hawks flat-footed. Dale Howardchek beats Kluche on the breakaway, and the Hawks lost it by a final of 7-4. 8-3. Illinois and Indiana had center stage in the Big Ten today, each team trying to turn around what had been a disappointing first half of the conference season. They met at Assembly Hall in Champaign, and it was a lousy day for Bob Knight. A lot of them have been lousy lately. Marcus Liberty did a terrific job here on the baseline. He had 16 points in the day, the Illini leading by 7 at that point. Good passing for Illinois. Bardo to Rodney Jones, down low to Kendall Gill. Gill had 25. The Illini won it by 5 over the young Hoosiers. Notre Dame at Duke, the Irish in the fast break. Elmer Bennett gets the ball to LaFonso Ellis with the no-look pass and the dunk. Not too shabby at all. Digger Phelps was dumbfounded, though, in this one because his team actually trailed throughout. Bennett bumbles away the ball there. Phil Henderson grabs it. He takes off, gets it to Christian Leitner for the slammer. 70-66, Duke beat the Irish. More on college hoops, including Ohio State and Louisville, coming up on Sports Sunday. I'll also have more on that Blackhawk game. Well, Bo Jackson lost his salary arbitration battle with Kansas City. Bo wanted $1.9 million this year. Instead, he'll have to get by on the mere $1 million the Royals offered. The Cubs' Andre Dawson as a manager? Yes, Andre led the National League against the American League in a softball exhibition in Florida. Teammate Sean Dunston did a pretty good job, couple of base hits. And there's one of them, a smash to left field for a home run. Sean Dunston. But the American League won it 10-9. The Northwestern women's basketball squad scored a big victory at Iowa today. 64-63 the final. That keeps the Lady Cats tied with Purdue atop the Big Ten. And finally, Batman is back, at least back on the back of the head of IBF featherweight champ Jorge Paez, who successfully defended his IBF title against Troy Dempsey today. Controversial split decision. No doubt the judges were mesmerized by that happen and do.
Thank you, Tom.
Haircut. Yeah, okay.
Well, still ahead, the sights and sounds of video games of the future. Stay tuned.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's too much food.
Excuse me, is this discussion about Encore? We just got married and it's our first spat.
I said Encore is too much food.
I said I love the way Encore lasagna is made. It's so rich and meaty. But Encore's a 2-pound family-size entree.
My point is we don't have a family.
My point is I do. We'll be over at 5:30. We didn't have any kids either. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock.
When you want more, it's Encore. The best sports writers from every newspaper in the country. How did we get them? By giving them what they never had before, the chance to move from the back of the paper right up to the front page. At the National, sports comes first, not after the politicians behind the catastrophes and back of the stocks and bonds, but first, last, and in the middle. That's what we offered our writers, the chance to be part of the new national pastime, and that's how we got them.
The National Sports Daily for the everyday fan every day.
This is a machine designed to keep you on time. And this is what makes it tick. People. Working together with clock-like precision, each dedicated to keeping you on schedule. Time after time after time. American Airlines, the on-time machine.
Dominic's is making a savings splash with Nabisco Chips Ahoy cookies. 3 delicious varieties, just $1.99 a bag. Start your day with General Mills Honey Nut Cheerios or Lucky Charms, only $1.69 a 14-ounce box at Dominic's. And for a meal in minutes, save on all varieties of lunch buckets, just 99 cents a carton. Dominic's. No one knows how to make a savings splash like we do.
Well, if all you do with your television set is watch shows and movies, you are really out of it. Bill Igatoa reports from Los Angeles that by the year 2000, you're going to be a video game fanatic.
Television sets in the year 2000 will be bigger and smaller and brighter and, if you believe the manufacturers, more fun. Video games, which allow you to interact with your television set, have been around for a decade now, but are becoming more and more sophisticated. At this recent trade show, the newest games were being played, and the programming whizzes who developed them were talking about what the future holds.
Well, we're seeing a real loosening up in the amount of memory that's available for the games. So we're going to see games that are much more in-depth, have a lot longer gameplay, have a lot more different twists and turns to them.
The pictures on the screen are becoming more lifelike and colorful and more noisy. One company is offering a program in which a popular rock star video can be integrated into the game. How you trigger the game will be different. Already available are remote control gloves and this.
You might be using other parts of your body. You might actually have to listen very, very carefully to what's going on and therefore respond very quickly. Have to think about what you're hearing as well as what you're seeing on the screen.
Some experts predict that in the future, nearly all of the games Americans play in the home will involve the television set. If so, these high-tech, high-gloss images available now may, by the year 2000, seem positively primitive.
Well, insiders say that within 10 years, you'll be able to play video games with anyone, anywhere in the country, as many people as you want, by telephone lines, which should make the long-distance people pretty happy as well, I guess.
Yeah, very happy. Well, that's the latest from Channel 5 News for tonight. Don't forget, Tom, Cher, and Sports Sunday up next.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Good night.
Yea, there comes a time in the life of a man and a woman when they must assume the responsibilities of adulthood and leave behind those toys of youth, which though they may runneth fast and give pleasure to the soul, yet leave no room for family.
The Mitsubishi Galant Sports Sedan. It's not only fast and gives pleasure to the soul, it leaves plenty of room for family. Yay.
Look to Jewel for values down every aisle. The savings are sizzling on a breakfast favorite, Oscar Mayer bacon. A 1-pound package is just $1.99. Save on Tropicana 100% pure premium orange juice, only $2.49 a half gallon. And stock up on assorted varieties of Pepsi or Coke, just $3.29 a 12-pack. For values down every aisle.
A true story of two men with one dream. Murder in Mississippi, Monday at 8.
Live on Channel 5, this is Sports Sunday, the complete wrap-up of the day in sports. Sports Sunday with Tom Cher.
Hello again, and welcome to Sports Sunday on this first Sunday in February. Well, the Blackhawks would like to probably take the month off. They paid a visit to the Winnipeg Jets tonight, but they couldn't keep up with that fast crowd. The first period was tight, Winnipeg leading 1-0 in the second. Blackhawks finally got a goal. Jeremy Roenick did it, the kid, with 17 goals now. That tied at 1-1, and it was a hockey game. Hawks very much in it, but they were caught flat-footed in the neutral zone more than once tonight. The Jets scored 4 times in the second. Dale Howardchuk on a breakaway beat Jacques Cloutier, and it was 5-2 at that point. You think Mike Keenan was a little ticked in this one? Still in the second period, the Hawks' Steve Larmer, working there in front, takes it from Greg Gilbert and puts it home. That cut the lead to 5-3, but it would be the Hawks' last hurrah because this was their worst defensive game in ages. Greg Peslowski grabs the rebound here. They couldn't clear it. Peslowski scores, beating Cloutier, who was then pulled. 7-3 was the final. Hawks lose it at Winnipeg. Edmonton and Washington played overtime before Yari Curry got his second goal of the game, and that gave Edmonton a 5-4 victory. An OT game. On the board, Hawks 1-1 on the trip, but again, a terrible game tonight. Rangers over Minnesota, though. That's the final. In the overtime game, we saw Edmonton beating Washington. Boston, Montreal, and the Islanders were winners. Those last two games, shutouts. Well, the Fighting Illini hosted Indiana this afternoon, and they made Bob Knight's visit to Champaign a most unpleasant experience. Marcus Liberty and Kendall Gill were shining stars for Illinois in the first half of the Big Ten season. They do it there. Liberty, just unbelievable today. Also Kendall Gill. Lou Henson kept his guys going. The Illini with some terrific passing. Watch Steve Bardo drop it into the paint to Rodney Jones, down to Gill. There you go. Gill with 25 points today. Knight simply could not believe his eyes as Gill just ran his team ragged. Bobby's had a lot of scenes like this, it seems. Although his young Hoosiers didn't quit, Calbert Cheney tries to get him back. The freshman bombs away. The three-pointer made it a three-point game, but Henson and Knight shook hands after the Illini took a 5-point win. Notre Dame at Duke. The Irish on the break. Elmer Bennett to LaFonso Ellis there, and Ellis slams it home. The Irish looked good on that play, but Digger couldn't figure this game out because his guys never had the lead after the first minute. Bennett would fumble away the football there. Basketball, of course, goes to Phil Henderson, who took off to Christian Leitner for the slam. 70-66, Duke beats the Fighting Irish. Ohio State's Randy Ayers had a good game at home. His Buckeyes playing Louisville. They came back from 17 points down before Louisville got a three-pointer to get overtime. Denny Crum pushing his team in the extra period. And the Cardinals stepped into three-point land. Everett Sullivan hitting that one. His third three-pointer of the game. It was 87-87 in the OT, but that was Ohio State cheering because they got the last cheer. Jim Jackson grabs the air ball and puts it home. Jackson, the freshman, scored 21 points. Louisville missed a three-pointer late, and the Buckeyes won it 91-88 over number 10 Louisville. Elsewhere on the board, Duke beats Notre Dame. You see the Illini victory at the top. Colorado was beaten easily by number 1 Missouri. Third-ranked Arkansas was a big winner over Texas. Well, someone better shout 4 to the Bulls, who would like to shoot the Detroit Pistons, because that's how many games by which Detroit now leads them in the division. The Bulls didn't play today, but Detroit did at home against Utah. Isaiah Thomas and Chuck Daly had plenty to be happy about. Even though Karl Malone got a few points in this game, 19 of them overall, the mailman had to settle for a few scattered buckets because 19 is well below his average, and it was a blowout for Detroit throughout. Mark Aguirre came off the bench, scored 16 points. Watch him here off the fast break. The final 115-83. The Pistons roll on a lousy day for Jerry's Jazz. Sloan's team drops into a tie atop its division. Charles Barkley of Philadelphia will not play in the All-Star game. Barkley's skipping it because of a muscle pull. His 76ers played Milwaukee today and went down to the wire. The winning bucket by Derek Smith, who Slamsky did it. The Sixers beat the Bucks by 3 on the road. There's your Detroit win. There's Milwaukee losing. Denver a winner over Atlanta by 12. Golden State and Minnesota give that one to Golden State. And Sacramento is now 2-20 on the road. Ouch, after Boston beat them today. An historic day for Northwestern's women's basketball team. The Lady Cats won at Iowa for the first time ever. 64-63 the final on Kelly Cole's free throw with 4 seconds left. Michelle Savage scored 20 points, and Northwestern remains tied with Purdue atop the Big Ten women's standings. Still to come on Sports Sunday, football's Pro Bowl and baseball's first action of the year. Maybe it's only action for a while, even if it was softball.
Your local Ford dealer is a participating advertiser of Sports Sunday.
Ford's biggest sale ever just got bigger. Because right now, your local Ford dealer is offering the best deal ever on the world's best-selling car, Ford Escort. $1,000 cash back for your down payment or 4.8% financing for 48 months. Choose the model you want, the color you want, and get low 4.8 financing for 48 months or $1,000 cash back on every new Escort. The selection is great. So buy a new Ford Escort today and get 4.8 financing for 48 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Through the years, you've never let me down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest days I found with you. Through the years, I've never...
From dishwashers to refrigerators, a KitchenAid will last through the years.
And I'm so glad I stayed right here with you. Through the years.
Monday.
I gotta wonder where you're really at. We'll see where you at when the man's chasing you down a dark road some night.
One knew the cold realities.
They don't know what it's like down here.
The other lived it.
Big hell could think you was going.
Based on a true story.
I thought that we could change things. Y'all wanted to come to Mississippi. Gonna stay here forever.
A Murder in Mississippi, Monday.
Then at 10. From L.A. law to the drama of murder in Mississippi. He's one of TV's fastest rising stars. A revealing interview with Blair Underwood. Channel 5 News at 10 after the movie, Monday.
I'd buy some beautiful slack outfits, and I'd buy one of those evening outfits with the tight pants and the 3/4 coat that fits over, and they're always in such nice shimmery material. And I would just love to have something like that in purple or red. Bill always says purple makes him passionate, but I like red, too.
Buffalo quarterback Jim Kelly has struck it rich. He's agreed to a 6-year contract extension worth $20 million. That'll make Kelly the highest paid player in the NFL. Beautiful Hawaii, and we do mean beautiful. That was the scene of football.